Newcastle Red Bulls are off to France this week, so no better man to speak to than someone that's been there for over 20 years, Neil McIlroy, our sport and general manager. Neil, you've got a great affinity with French rugby. Can you talk us a little bit through your journey and your time in France?
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm one of the lucky generation that played both amateur and professional rugby. So I started my professional career in the late 90s in the Borders and then went over to France. So played 2 or 3 years in France as a professional in the south. Retired and ended up staying on. So I moved into the staff, initially doing video analysis and then team manager and then general manager. And then dabbled in rugby league to finish the last 3 years down at the Catalan Dragons as sporting director.
The bulk of that time was at Clermont, a very successful period of the club, regularly in semi-finals, finals, top end of European rugby. What was that experience like, and what are the sort of main things you've learned from that?
That was a fantastic experience, and what we had is something that is maybe lacking to a greater degree now in France, is patience and stability. The club owners at the time from the Michelin factory understood that to build something that can last and be sustainable, you have to have patience. So as you said, we were 15 years really of continual playoff rugby, top 14 and Champions Cup, and it was a great time. It made recruitment easier. I think we had a run during that period of 72 home games in any competition unbeaten. So it's etched in my memory.
We've got Lyon this week in the EPCR Challenge Cup. What can we expect from a city and a rugby point of view?
From a rugby point of view, we don't really know. Given that some clubs will embrace the Challenge Cup as something they could win, to get some silverware across the line, but then others may write it off for their top 14 survival. We know Lyon, and we know they're a fantastic club. They have strike threat right throughout the team, a good pack of forwards, like any French team. They like to scrum, really good in the line out with Gerassi as one of the main jumpers, and then experienced halfbacks and Vinacola on the right wing who can score tries for fun. So depending what strategy they put together for this competition, it's going to be a tough ask for us. But we've really got nothing to lose. So that's the rugby perspective. From a town perspective, Lyon's a fantastic place, full of really good restaurants. I think it's the third or fourth biggest town in France, and I think that this weekend is the Festival of Light. So it sounds exciting. I don't know what that's going to bring, if it's Christmas lights or just lights in general, but it should be a good place to go.
Hopefully we'll be lighting up the rugby pitch. So you're a month into your job now as sport and general manager at Newcastle. What was it that's attracted you to the club, and how are you finding it so far?
I think the ability to contribute to change here. Excuse me. Obviously, with Red Bulls' arrival, that's going to give us the means to do what we want. I'm highly respectful of everything that's gone in the past year, from the good old days in the 90s when I had some friends playing at the club, through to the slightly tougher times more recently, and the people that have managed to steer the club through that. But I think the challenge that we have ahead is fantastic. It's unique. It's what everybody's speaking about in club rugby throughout the world. So what we have to do, myself and others that have come to the club, is respect what went before, but make sure that we can change certain dynamics and take this club to the standing that it should have.
Obviously the long-term situation is really exciting with all the big projects, but I guess there's the here and now as well. How are you having to balance the two?
Balancing it, just as you say, we have to be. It's easy looking forward to the horizon and what can come or what will come in the next couple of years. There are things that we can and should be doing just now, changing the infrastructure, changing the way we think and the way we work. And I think that's, with all due respect, probably to get us up to what I would class as a minimum. So we've got some thinking about what we can do here at the stadium before the end of the season. We've added to our coaching staff with the arrival of Stephen Jones, and we'll keep looking at that short term fix as well as the big picture for the long term.
You were part of the panel that met a lot of our season ticket holders at a recent talk-in. How much did you enjoy that event, and what sort of questions were you getting asked?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, obvious questions about recruitment, other questions about the time scale, but there were some really good people there. I spent a good 15-20 minutes after with some of the supporters. They've been there for over 30 years, looking at their snapshots of people like a very young Mickey Ward or a very young John Fletcher back in the day. And so it's great. I mean, I know this club has roots and heritage, but that was a fantastic way to get to know the fans for the first time.
Well, it's a very exciting journey that we're all on, Neil, and great to have you with us. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.